What's up, guys? Welcome back to the railway. This is Heartland Junction. Coming to you from our home HO layout today. We're going to be doing a review of this Norfolk Southern SD75 that I just got in the mail yesterday. So, pretty excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so here we are. We've got the box here. Like I said before, this is an Athearn Genesis SD75M and the Norfolk Southern Railway. This is my first locomotive for the Norfolk Southern, which is going to be my primary railroad of focus in HO. So, I did get this guy brand new on eBay. I believe that they are out of print now. They're not making any more. But you can still find these guys new on eBay. Like I said, I got mine for around $200, although the average price that I saw seemed to be about $250, which seems pretty standard for a sound-fitted locomotive. So we got usual bits and pieces, paperwork in here. What do we got here? DCC quick start guide. Got the exploded diagram of the locomotive here. All the bits and pieces. There's a lot of stuff. I am used to a little bit simpler locomotives, modeling British Railways. And I model steam era, so they are quite intricate, but they're not anywhere near as detailed as most American locomotives that I have seen. So there's just a little bit of booklet about the operating guide. Alright, so here we are, guys. Here is the locomotive itself. Now, I have already had this out of the box once just to test and make sure it ran, which it does quite great, actually. So this is the 2800 Athearn Genesis SD75M, and it just is absolutely stunning. So you've got your typical Athearn packaging. You've got the outer sleeve. Some of the packaging has this sort of foam stuff in there just to help protect the model a little bit better. Alright, so we've got the little hook packaging right here. Let's go ahead and lift that up. Plastic off here, and get the locomotive out, shall we? Alright, there we are. A little bit of foam packaging, which they put in there to protect the handrails, which is very nice. These plastic handrails can be a bit fragile. And there we are. This model looks absolutely stunning. It's got immense detail. You've got the typical Norfolk Southern horn in the middle of the locomotive. I don't know how well you can see that here in the lighting. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of brief history on the locomotive, and then we'll get it on the track, take a look at some of the sound and lighting functions, and then we'll do a bit of running. The SD75 was produced by General Motors between 1994 and 1996, and it was produced in response to General Electric's release of the C44-9W, or more commonly known as the Dash 9. The 75 was, however, significantly less popular. Only 76 units were produced, 51 purchased by the Santa Fe Railway, with an additional 25 purchased by BNSF after their merger with Burlington Northern. Then in September of 2014, Norfolk Southern purchased 7 of the locomotives and renumbered them 2800 through 2806. Alright guys, here we are down on the track. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the functions that we've got available. This is a sound-fitted locomotive, so let's go ahead and power up the sound and see what that sounds like. And I'll lift it up so you can hear the startup. Alright, let's go ahead and quiet it down for a minute. Okay, so we do have a couple of lighting functions on here. We do have the standard headlight, and we do have ditch lights. This is, as an Athearn model, they tend to do incandescent bulbs instead of LEDs, which is more realistic. However, they don't quite look as good from a modeling perspective. The ditch lights do flash when the horn is blown. It sounds off, so you won't be able to hear it, but you can see it here. Press the horn, the lights will flash there. Let's go ahead and power the sound back on. We'll listen to the bell and the whistle We got the bell there. And the horn. And again, these are the standard bell and horn that come on it. I believe that with the Athearn models, you do have a few other options. You can go into the CVs and reprogram those. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a little closer look up at some of these details. Then we'll get this guy moving and take a look at the speed and performance and everything. You can see here we've got some nice red and yellow detailing there on the front handrails. Got the nice little horse head logo there. You can see into the cab. There are no pre-fitted people, so that would be something that we could add in the future. The little sunshades there, the number plates, which look very nice. They don't light up, unfortunately, but that's not a big deal to me. And then moving right along the side here, got the nice hand railing. I love the horse head logo. It just looks absolutely fantastic there. I didn't mention earlier, we've got the horns on the top. For most Norfolk Southern engines that I'm aware of, they've got them here in the middle instead of on the front of the locomotive. We've got some fans here. And again, I am not the most knowledgeable about most American locomotives. The majority of modeling that I have done has been British Railways in the steam era. So, and if I get anything wrong here, I apologize. Feel free to correct me in the comments to let me know, because I do want to learn more about it, especially since I'm going to be modeling these guys quite a bit in the future here. So this guy looks absolutely fantastic. I've had it running around a little bit just to test it out, and it's great. So let me go ahead and get the camera back on the tripod, and we'll take a look at the running. Alright guys, here we are. So let's see how it looks when we take it up to speed step 1 there. Absolutely fantastic. Nice and smooth. Doesn't have any trouble here on the switch. Let's go ahead and stop it. And back in reverse. Again, just absolutely smooth, nice and quiet. Perfect. I think we have to give this a 10 out of 10 as far as slow speed is concerned. This is just a beautiful model. Very, very, very happy with this guy, especially for the $200 mark. Alright, well, let's get this guy hooked up to a train and do a little bit of running. Alright guys, so we got him hooked up to a train here now. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of running out here on the inside loop. The figure 8, we've got my New York Central switcher with a couple of ore cars there running around, so you'll see that as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get the sound on, lights, and then we'll get moving. Alright guys, time to wrap up the video here, so let's go ahead and go over my ratings for the Locomotive. I'm going to be going off of 4 different categories: detailing, performance, quality, and packaging, and then also value. There's going to be out of a possible 5, so for each category, so it'll be a grand total of possible 20. As far as detailing goes, again, I'm not super familiar with a lot of the prototype stuff, as I am, at the moment, currently relatively unfamiliar with a lot of American stock. However, I am learning a bit more about it slowly over time. So as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this model. I gotta give it a 5 out of 5. It looks absolutely gorgeous. As far as performance goes, again, you saw it, cannot fault it one bit. 5 out of 5 there. As far as quality goes, from a modeling perspective, again, it would have been nicer to have LED lighting instead of the incandescents. Can't fault them too much for going more realistic. I would have also liked to have a little bit of cab lighting. And when I was opening it up, I did notice there's some bubbling on the outer packaging in the box, but I think that's probably just from sitting on a shelf for several years, so I can't really fault the manufacturer on that. So we're going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5 as far as quality goes. Again, just for that lighting. And last but not least, value for money. I only paid $200 for this model, worth MSRP around $300 again. Even for the average pricing on eBay that I found for $250, I would have been super happy with this model. So 5 out of 5 on that. It is absolutely stunning. If you guys model Norfolk Southern or other modern railroads, I highly recommend one of these if you can find one. And that's going to do it for my review of the SD75M by Athearn Genesis. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. You're welcome to subscribe. We'll have more videos coming up for you in the future, including a rolling stock review for the rail box with the automatic FRED by Bachmann. And then after that, we're probably going to be doing a layout update of the N-scale Heartland Junction Railroad, and probably a running session for some of my British 00 stuff, since I haven't messed with that in a while. I've been doing mostly the HO stuff. Alright, thanks again guys, and we'll see you in the next video.